Oh no! Ooh. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and in particular to all the DR-Z400E owners, future owners, ex-owners, to the people sitting on the fence about buying such a bike, and to the guys that have a bigger bike but can't bring themselves to downgrading to a smaller bike. This video is going to be exactly about this, the DR-Z400Es doing what they do best, and that is being pretty good at everything but not the best at anything in particular. We've got two bikes here, both loaded up in adventure mode. It's going to be an overnight adventure ride, but action-packed. I'm only going to highlight all the action and the highlights of the trip. In particular though, we've got one specimen over here, my mighty Sally. She's running a big ball kit and upgraded suspension. And then we've got Rowan's bike, who's standing behind me laughing at me doing my intro. He's got a stock engine, stock suspension, soon to be changed, but he does have a FMF full exhaust. But regardless, there's only one thing left to do. That's to throw legs over these bikes, get amongst it, straight into some river crossings, and film all the action to show exactly how good and capable these bikes are. So let's go. Unfortunately for Rowan, he's going to be going first on a lot of things, because I'm trying to film DRZs in action and he's on a DRZ. So he'll be testing all the rivers, all the hills first, and if I have to overtake, I have to overtake, but it's all about catching the action of such a bike, doing what it does best. It's pretty cold today, so we're trying to keep dry boots. Dry boots. Go DRZs, yes. Epic. Ooh, she's bumpy. Go, Rowan. Ooh, don't get wet boots. Go the DRZs. Oh, beautiful. Good crossing. One thing of these bikes though, guys, if you own one or you haven't done or you want one, you've got to reroute. You can't be breather hoses. I don't care what people say to you. These bikes just conk out in anything more than 20 centimeters of water without locating, should I say relocating, those breather hoses. Once you do that, they're effectively a submarine, and if you do drown them, very easy to get going again, which is a massive win when adventure riding and you've got to take on obstacles like rivers. Oh, go Sally. Oh yes, I love this bike. That was deeper than expected, but no water in the boots. I tell you what, anyone that wants an FMF exhaust full kit like Rowan, they are bloody noisy. Definitely gives the bike a bit more oomph, but they are a noisy exhaust. Go Rowan, let's not break any subframes, eh? Oh, awesome, awesome stuff. Consideration for these DRZs, depending if you're adventure riding or enduro riding, is the type of gearing you run, because it makes a big difference of going up and down hills. For me, with a big bore kit, I've got a 1544 for every day of the week. I really find the big bore kit allows that gearing to be the ultimate do-it-all gearing. Rowan, with a stock engine, he has got a 1547, which is great for some freeway riding and hills and whatnot, but when you're doing those big long kilometre trips, really he needs to drop down to a 1544 like I've got, but then that doesn't make life very good on the tight stuff, which is what we're in today. So consideration to the right gearing is a must, but ultimately the bike will do it all regardless. Wow, come on DRZs. Wowee, 20 kilos of luggage on the back, getting it done. One of the main reasons I like the DRZ400E is because of its ability to take you literally anywhere you want to go. I know a lot of motorbikes can, but this one just happens to be light enough to do the hard stuff, big enough to do the longer stuff. It can carry some weight, and you don't have to do a whole heap to it in terms of servicing to make it achieve such trips. So if you're after a no-fuss bike that can really go as far as the rider allows you to, the bike can do it and does it well. And providing you the oil change every now and again, maybe check the bearings and the chain tension, you've got a pretty happy bike that is going to give back to the owner greatly. One thing the DRZ does not have is awesome brakes. That's alright, she still gets down most hills. Whew, it is so slippery out here today. Look at the destruction that some forward drive bloke has done on this track. Wow, totally stuffed it. So Rowan and I are just getting ready to start one of the harder hills of this trip to push these bikes. Last time all here, not a disaster, but we certainly didn't get up easily. Rowan had a couple of falls, had a broken clutch cable. Regardless, I know the bikes can do it without a drama. This now comes down to rider ability, Rowan. But we're going to give it a crack and put these bikes through their paces with, reminding you, we've got close to 20 kilos each on the back. So let's give it a crack anyway.
We'll be right.
We'll be right. We'll be right. You're right. Now what am I gonna do? Oh, well, I think we need to move your bike and then we'll be sweet. Well, as I said, guys, a blessing in disguise getting stuck on here, because it shows that the bikes are light enough to pick up a manhandle if you need to, which is what we're going to be doing right now. But that's alright, we'll get it done. if Rowan was on a bigger bike, we would not be getting up like we are. Like, he's making it look rough, but the bikes aren't heavy enough to be of concern. So it allows you to tackle terrain like this, and where your ability is not quite good enough, you can still, even though Rowan's about to give up, you can still get up hills like this. And this is a significant hill, slippery, wet. You're bound to drop your bike if you're not getting up with a bit of speed, but you can manhandle it, and that's the important part. Let's see if I can get myself out of trouble here. Maybe not. Alright, moment of truth. So I got stuck there because of Rowan's fall, which is fine. I pushed my way about 5-6 meters, just unless I restart, no traction to be had. And I'm going to see if I can continue on my own. Spent maybe 6 minutes here. That's about it, so we'll give us a shot. And hopefully show that these bikes can be adventure worthy, loaded up, and can be manhandled. Here we go. Yes! It's doable. I'm actually really stoked about, because unless you're on this hill with a loaded up bike, you don't really feel the significance of it. And I was able to, excuse the huffing and puffing, I was able to get up that hill. Bit of a push under my own steam, and like I said, just goes to show, if you're flying solo, it gives you the confidence to take such a bike on such terrain, knowing that if it's not doable, you can turn around, but more importantly, you can move the bike much easier to backtrack and or push on forward. And that's another really big win. I used to have a bigger adventure bike, and tracks like that, whether you do them or not do them, just puts that fear factor in your head if you don't have the skill set, because you don't know what's going to happen. The bike falls on your leg, it's heavier, the bike wants to flip, the bike washes out easier, but these little bikes, fantastic. Keeping in line with the theme of adventure riding, another beautiful thing about this motorbike is, providing you've got a long range tank like I have here, which is a 17 litre safari tank, I can get up to around 400 kilometres of range. So not only have we tackled all the hard stuff that you do on an enduro bike, I've also got the distance and the legs on this bike to be able to experience the sights like I am right now and in these following clips. And for me, that allows me to truly embrace what I call adventure riding, which is a little bit of everything and not shying away from the hard stuff because I'm on a bigger bike. No doubt bigger bikes are very capable, but for the everyday rider, the average rider like myself, and it's just not possible to be able to do those harder tracks when they sort of present themselves. So the smaller DR-Z400E, once again, just allows you to tick all those boxes. Keep the revs, keep the revs, keep the revs. And just like that, the DRZs are through. Beautiful work. That was quite a deep crossing too, actually. That creek crossing we just did was the deepest by far. But if our breather hoses weren't rerouted, the bike would have conked out, you know, pretty much straight away. But the problem with that is, if you are doing your very first creek crossing and it's going to be a deep one, and your bike conks out, but momentum carries you to the deepest section, your bike is then stuck, stranded, and you probably will take on water purely by the level of the water, whereas if you had the momentum and acceleration to pump through, you'd be sweet. So these DRZs, they're great in water, but you just got to do yourself a favour. Day one, if you're going to do creek crossings, reroute your breather hoses. There's plenty of YouTube videos to show you how to do that. But if you did happen to drown your DRZ, it's as simple as put it on the back wheel, let some water fall out the exhaust, put it back down. Then you're just going to take your fuel tank off, spark plug out. Ideally also quickly drop the water out of the carby drain bolt, and then give it a few starts and watch the water come out of the spark plug hole. Put it all back together and off you go. And generally that is all you need to do to get your bike going again and continue riding. And then when you get to the next servo, home, wherever it may be, put some fresh oil in it, perhaps a new oil filter if need be, and yeah, your bike's good as gold again. No dramas at all. The DRZ is also plenty capable to carry your luggage, whether it's an overnight or week-long or even longer trip. I personally carry around 15 to that 25 kilo mark for most of my trips, and providing you strap it down well, you load the subframe accordingly, it is plenty strong enough to get the job done. I have had as much as 55 kilos on my subframe. Now I wouldn't recommend that for long-term riding, but it can do it. You just got to be a bit more careful on the humps and the bumps. Otherwise, get to learn your subframe, watch straps down well, and just go for it. The bike can do it. A lot of people say that the DRZs aren't good for highway speeds or long distances. Well, we're humming along at 100 kilometers an hour right now. I'm running the big bore kit, 1544 gearing. Rowan's running a 1547 standard engine, but they can do it all day long. You just got to keep an eye on your oil levels. Make sure you have got the bike geared appropriately, and I believe 1544 is the way to go. But there's plenty of power there, plenty of grunt to go over 100 kilometers an hour and get the job done. Just look after the bike and it can just do it. Now ask yourself this: if you are an everyday rider like myself, you're not an expert, doesn't relate to expert or advanced riders, would you comfortably go down a hill like this, because this is a bad hill, with a bigger bike? Would you attempt it on a 200 kilo plus bike confidently, not trashing it, just going down it comfortably and being able to link up remote tracks and whatnot? Because if not, then why not just get yourself a DRZ, a smaller bike, so that you can go down such tracks and not freak out, rather than always having to turn around and or trashing your bigger bike because you keep dropping it. That's a question that should dictate what bike you want to get. And perhaps the DRZ you buy, use, keep, whatever, to at least build the skill set up, so when you do go to a bigger bike later in life, or for whatever reason, midlife crisis, potentially those skills that you gain on a smaller bike will carry over. About to introduce Rowan for the first time to a hill known as the Man Maker, Boy Breaker, Bike Tester, and all of the above, for no other reason than let's just see if we can get up it, fully loaded up. Good luck, I'll follow you. Go, Rowan. Come on, Sally. Oh no, where am I going? Oh no, I'm the one that's failed. No, he's outdone me. Can I get going from here? Oh, what happened, Lance? Well, Rowan, you got much further on attempt 1. Very impressive. I kind of balls. I reckon we need one more go. It's pretty muddy though, like it's greasy. Come on. No! Oh, I can get up this. Come on, Lance. A bit of pushing's okay. Oh, we're right there. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Come on. Oh. Oh. Well, guys, take 2. I can't get over this little slippery bit. I don't know, 5 meters from the top, but without forward momentum, I can't do it. Maybe one more go. We'll see. I'll get to the bottom and see how I feel. But whew, this is full on. I'm gonna get one more go for just shits and giggles. Come on, DRZ. Don't defeat me. Oh no, that was a big flip. Oh, Sally! Oh, right, well, clearly I can't do that hill. What happened there? Flipped her upside down. Oh no! Well, guys, that's me done trying to show this bike's worth, but there's a bit more riding to be had. But I'll finish on this note, and that is, I love this bike. Even though I just stuffed up then, it is sensational. And honestly, if you're in the market for such a bike, and you want to push the boundaries whilst having adventure rides, regardless of what this looks like, in my opinion, it's one of the best bikes on the market still. Old school technology, worth every bit in terms of what you pay. Probably around $11,000 these days, but still, that's half the price to most big adventure machines. And if you look after it and don't do dumb things like I'm doing now, the bike will thank you. And I've just broken my mirror for a second time. That's a cheap aftermarket one for $15, and now it's on the ground, so I'll pick that up. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video. Certainly not a review video, certainly not a what's are the downsides and pitfalls of such a bike. Just trying to show what 2 average riders can achieve loaded up whilst having some fun and pushing the skills. But on that note, I'll catch us all next time while I get my breath back.